So the story has been, since the pandemic hit, people getting COVID. But recently there's a story about a dog getting COVID. And everybody's wondering now, can my pet give me COVID? Bragging in from outside. Dr. Ian Sandler is a vet of high repute. He joins me right now because I want to know, for everybody watching this, if your dog's out in the street or walking with other dogs, he comes into the house, can somebody get COVID from a dog?
Well, the good news is it's really unlikely. So this one case, this is really the first diagnosed case of COVID in a dog in Canada. It was in the Niagara area. And this was actually based on some research being done by Dr. Scott Weiss from the University of Guelph.
Right.
He's a very esteemed researcher, specifically in the infectious disease realm, if you will, within dogs
and the doctor
cats.
gave this dog COVID?
No, he's been actually researching families and individuals that have tested positive that have a pet. And so he has actually been taking swabs within the nasal mucosa of these animals in positive households. And so what's really interesting is this is the first Canadian diagnosed case. But again, this is a good example of where the dog actually got it from the humans, not vice versa.
Ah, okay.
And this really reinforces the most important thing with COVID in pets, which is if you're experiencing signs, if you've tested positive, and you are self-isolating, you have to separate yourself from not only your family members, but from your pets as well.
But the important thing is, though, that you said that a person cannot get COVID from their pet, whether it's a dog or a cat.
It's extremely unlikely.
Extraordinary.
It really is. We've seen some species, certainly in the Bronx Zoo in New York, some of the big cats at the zoo were actually positive and actually had clinical signs. This dog did not have any clinical signs. So although it tested positive for COVID from this house, wasn't actually experiencing any clinical signs. We know the most vulnerable animals so far, species, are actually mink. So really, that's not an issue for domesticated pets at all.
Okay, so let's just break it down to be clear about this, Dr. Sandler. It's highly unlikely that any human can get COVID from a pet, from a dog or from a well, unless you have a big cat, you live in the Bronx Zoo.
Right.
Now, for those who value their pets more than they value members of their family, and there are a lot of those people, can your pet get COVID from you?
The answer is it's possible.
So if you are self-isolating, then you should also self-isolate from your pet.
No question. I think the message around COVID has been very, very clear from health officials from day one. Wear a mask, wash your hands, practice social distancing.
Dr. Sandler.
Nice to be with you.
Thanks. So thank you for watching. In response to many queries, I want you to know I don't always dress like Don Cherry. He dresses like me. Sometimes. But seriously, we are going to continue to follow the stories that matter to you. The corruption in Ottawa, COVID, the response of officials to it, and what's going on with your taxpayers' money. If you like these stories, please subscribe. You can press the button, it's right up there. And my webpage is right down below here. It's free, and we are providing the service because we want to make sure that Canadians know what's going on.